3D Harley Quinn acrylic nail art tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi guys, so today I'm actually uploading two videos. The first one was a natural nail design for the Suicide Squad, and this one is going to be a 3D design that goes with it that is specifically for Harley Quinn. But if you watch the other one, you can see some of the other designs that kind of go with it. So if you're doing a full set, you could follow the same basic steps but tweak it so that it goes for the different characters, and you can look at the internet and see all the different ones. So I hope you like this and maybe can do something if you are going to the Suicide Squad, and don't forget to click subscribe to see my future videos as well.
So I'm going to begin by creating a black spade right near the tip of my nail, and it's actually going to be upside down. So normally when you create a spade, you do it as an upside down heart, but since the spade is upside down, it's a right side up heart, if that makes any sense with black. So just start with that, and then you're going to want to actually do this closer to the tip of the nail than I did, but you know, live and learn. But then I'm going to add the little stem of the spade coming up above that. And once you have that done, then I'm going to be creating red clubs on either side of it, just slightly above, and add a little bit of a tilt, but these ones are right side up. And so first, for doing those, I just created 3 really small stiff beads of acrylic and set them in the proper places, and then I created the little stem for those as well. So there's the first one, and then you're going to add another one just like it on the other side. And if your acrylic is a little bit too wet, as this one was, then after you have them in place, you can kind of touch them up with the tip of your brush and just sort of pull them into place. And as they start to set, they're going to get a little easier to move, and they'll hold their shape better. Once those are in place and have set completely, then I'm going to take 3 different colors of a glittery semi-sheer acrylic, and I'm just going to sort of blend them together slightly and then brush them over the nail to create a multi-shade of green background. And I'm going to cover up the entire thing, filling in all the gaps between all of those shapes that we created before. And then I'm going to be filing off just the surface above those shapes to reveal them so that there isn't any of that green acrylic on top of them and they show up really well. And I'm using an E-file for this, and I'm going to try to not file too much of the other acrylic, but just right above where those are, because I did use glitter colors. The glitter will sort of turn silver if it does get filed too much. And so I'm just going to file over what I need to and try to avoid filing anything else. And then I'm going to take a bead of clear acrylic, and I'm going to encase this nail to smooth it out and protect that glitter, and also give this nail some strength. And pat it in from side to side. And as I said, the spade and the clubs should have been closer to the tip of the nail. I did them too far up, and it would have improved the entire outcome, but I was this far in, I might as well continue. So now I'm going to be removing the bulk of the acrylic off the nail if there's any areas that really need to be brought in with an E-file, and then refining the shape further with a 180 grit file, and then buffing it with a 240 grit padded buffer to remove the scratches that those first filing systems may have left behind. Apply a layer of gel sealer and throw that in your lamp to cure. And so now I'm going to be sculpting my Harley Quinn with some black acrylic. And I'm going to start with her hairline and the very top of her head right there. So it's almost like a little bit of a heart shape at the top. And then it kind of pulls in, and those are going to be her cheekbones right there that you add to the sides. And then add her jaw and her upper and lower rows of teeth below that. So add a wet bead down and then sort of break it into chunks with your brush, and then you can refine that shape just a little bit by pushing it in before it's set. And then add her lower teeth. And as you can see, my 3D Harley Quinn is going over my shapes that I made in the beginning just a little bit. The spade is the one that you mostly don't want to cover just because it's black on black and it doesn't show up nearly as well then. So if that would have been closer to the tip, this whole issue, that visibility problem, wouldn't have been there. So if you do it, hopefully it'll work out a little better for you. But then after you have that shape all nice and smooth in the way you want it, then you can go through, and I'm going to be adding her pigtails. And we're going to do one on each side, trying to keep them as symmetrical as possible. And after your acrylic is set, we're going to add some details with acrylic paint. So on her her left, when you're looking at it, but her right pigtail, you're going to be adding a red ponytail holder and tip it in red, and then blue on the other side. And then I'm going to add a red and the tips of her teeth. And then with white, I'm going to be doing her hairline. So that's what I'm adding right now. So you just want to outline where her hairline is, and it's parallel to the top of her head. just a little bit below that. I'm going to thin out that white line with some black. I don't want it to be super heavy, just sort of a hint of a white line basically. And then with white, I'm going to be adding her eyes. So on the red side of her face, she has a white heart eye. And then on the other side, it's a diamond shape. And these got a little bit big for me, so I'm just going to bring them in a little bit with some black paint. And then add a little crack in the heart with the black and a crack in the diamond with black. Going back to my white, I'm going to add her nose. And then apply a layer of top coat that is matte over the top of the 3D art. And you are all set. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this design. Please check out the natural nail design that accompanies it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!